We've seen a trace of it today because some people were arrested with fake army uniforms. They came with 18 AK-47 and they were arrested. But unfortunately, as I'm speaking right now, as those people were arrested, the QRS person, through the order of the Commissioner of Police, were asking that those people should all be let go. And before this time, fortunately, some of our guys were able to capture this thing with their phones. So we have pictures of the fake army uniforms those people were wearing. We are going to play for the whole world to see. The 18 AK-47 recovered by the police. Police have allowed them to take them all back. This is the same Warsaw that was pronounced. The IG of police we've reported this thing to the highest order. We've reported it to the presidency, to all the arms of the security agencies. And nobody has taken steps to address it. So they are leaving Akwa Ibom people to defend themselves. Meanwhile, they are using our own oil money to maintain security. Just recently, the SS crude account that was kept for our own people had been used to acquire military weapons. We didn't know those weapons were used to come and intimidate Akwa Ibom people. So we've called on all the powers that be. We've called on the international community that this is a war that has been declared. I've never heard where Nigeria police is a partisanship. This is the first time where the entire police structure is belonging to a particular political party. But since we don't have the police, we don't have anything except God that we have and our people. We want to let the whole world know that whatever happens in this state is caused by the police, not any other arm of the agency, but the police force. With the people that the court had actually declared as illegal occupants of that seat. And today he led them into the place with talks. And we're calling on all that let the police force be called to order. They should go and defend Nigerian territories where need be. They were meant to maintain peace and order, internal peace and order, not to cause chaos in some one state. And if they are playing politics this way, there's no hope for democracy in this country. And this is in line with the plan. We have their script. That number one, they want to cause mayhem in the state so that election will not be held. The same day general election will be called. But we are trying to tell them if election is not held on that week, we can't hold election on that same day. They should forget election here. Either you hold election the same day everybody is forget about elections here. Elections must be held the same day. That is what they are trying to perpetrate here now. And you need to see, they've injured a lot of our people. They've destroyed people's houses. And police are supervising them to do this. Which country has this ever happened? And we've reported this, they tend to ignore. I've called the IG police operations. Who's supposed to call this into order? He promised me he was going to call this to order. Nothing has been done. We've tried to reach IG of police this morning. He has rebuffed us. Why should this happen in a country that has constitution, there's law, and everybody here is a citizen? Nobody was brought into Nigeria. Nobody here is an alien. So we are warning the whole country now that Akwa Ibom State is under siege by the police, not by any other person. Because we have all our people here. And we have very peace-loving people. But our peace is being threatened by the police force. Let the commissioner that they just posted last weekend, who is coming to perpetrate this, let's assume he has finished his course. He has achieved his own mission. I want to call on the police force. This evening, the police commissioner of this state must be withdrawn. He has to leave this evening. He must be withdrawn. The head of the QRS must be withdrawn. So that we can maintain peace. And let them also sound a note of warning that those who have governed the state and left, they should stay in Abuja. The state, we have a population of 6.2 million people. We will not take this as a people. We gave you opportunity, you govern, you're calling on war, meanwhile you kept your children abroad and calling on war. Which children do we want to kill? In which state? We stand for peace and we shall ever remain peace and law-abiding citizens of this country. We believe the Constitution will take this course. And we're also calling on the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Please, we are all citizens of this country. And that the President should take necessary action to forestall this because we see this sign. And we have actually been sounding this warning. We've noted this everywhere, but it seems to be ignored. Today it has played out. I want to believe, my people, will be protected by the constitution and by the law of this country. And we also want to believe that the president will do everything humanly possible to save lives and property here. And call those who were calling for Warsaw, that this is Warsaw that will see war. Let them report to Abuja, go and fight war, or they should be sent to where Boko Haram are fighting. Let them go and curtail Boko Haram. And Kwaibom is not Warsaw. Whoever is calling for this, let him go there and fight. There is Boko Haram threatening this country, so you should go there and do it. We say no to this intimidation by the police. We say no to this siege by the police. We believe we will be supported by the foreign missions, we will be supported by all Nigerians, we will be supported by all and sundry who love peace and who remain law-abiding in this country. God bless Nigeria. God bless Akwa.
You see what we are talking about? Now, you can just imagine, this is a governor literally crying of insecurity, complaining about police, you understand, almost indirectly, indicting the police in collaboration with bandits. I want to ask a question. If a whole sitting governor is supposed chief security of his state, if he can be this helpless, just think about yourself, the common citizen that don't have power over, that don't have control over any security. You understand? You don't have anything to defend yourself. Just think about, imagine it. This is the chief executive officer of a state. In the state, he controls SSS, the military, the police, all the paramilitary, in control of the state. He can't cut the way, he's almost crying. You see, this Nigeria we are, like I said, your destiny is in your hands, oh. Guys. Your destiny is in your hands. You must somehow, anyhow, look for ways you will defend. Everyone must defend himself. Forget that trash government is saying, because these people, their collaboration somehow with bandits, you understand, to oppress the citizen.
Who knows? Even the security agencies may decide. Look, these elections better be good. I know what I'm saying. We're on the cliff edge. Nigerians can see the clear difference between Obimi and between the others. And Nigerians are feeling what they are feeling. Come and do something differently is between you and Nigerians. I don't know that answer. Thank you for this question. With all modesty, Nigeria has been presented with the best possible candidate there is around. Politicians, leaders like Peter Obi come probably once in a generation. And the kind of choice of running mate that he made, forget that I'm the one speaking. He went for somebody that is very, very unique, something to point at, issues to protect, and all that. Nigerians have been presented with the kind of ticket that right now is clearly the best. No national controversy, no international controversy. You know, as we say, names that are known. I repeat, names that are known. Characters that you can trust. Commitment that you can see. Compassion that you can feel. And capacity that is evident. This is what we have presented Nigerians. A businessman who rose through the ranks, owns a bank and a series of successful businesses, very, very comfortable, very successful, yet instead of continuing in the line of comfort, decided to get comfort for the ordinary citizens. Peter Obi. How he became a governor is part of his records. He had enough money to join PDP, he joined ABGA. for 3 years was in court, was impeached, and he came back. I don't see any governor that has dented Nigerian political history like Peter Obi. The records of Peter Obi, 8 years without borrowing a penny, 75 billion naira of 2014 left for the state, refused to sign the law to collect money. Not only are others not planning to emulate him, they are even planning to bury that record, because they know none of them can do anything close to that record. So you are now speaking about the best performing governor in our Fourth Republic, Peter Obi.
Okay, now
how he went, APC is actually probably conducting its own parallel election in which their own beavers will communicate to their own INEC and then they will announce that they are the winners. So if they announce their own poll, it is the least of my worry. The least of my worry. APC cannot even win Lagos today. This is a party, it's already at war with itself in the election month. They are at daggers drawn. This is a political party that has not fulfilled one promise. The governor of the state that gave Buhari 1.9 million votes, the highest votes, last week said that in 8 years, Muhammadu Buhari has not achieved anything. APC can do anything, APC can say anything. But one thing I know is that whatever they say, I don't believe. Whatever they do, never.
When I've always displayed my love for Peter Obi, you think I am being superficial or I am being nepotistic or just being biased. There are reasons why one takes a liking into somebody. Now, Peter Obi in one interview said that he wouldn't mind suggesting the unaliving sentence for criminals who loot the economy's wealth, or jail term for a minimum of 10 years. Tell me which of your favorite politician will say that. Your Tinubu, I am imagining Tinubu saying that I will want people who loot the country to be sentenced to unalive. I don't see them doing that. Look, if you are hating Peter Obi, it's because you are a criminal. You are either a tribal bigot, somebody who hates Nigeria, somebody who is criminally minded, or somebody who is mischief at birth. Otherwise, how would you hate somebody who everything that comes out of him are positive things? He doesn't abuse anybody. He doesn't call people's name. He is the only one that has been EFCC attacks him, Yoruba attacks him, APC attacks him, Ren Omokri attacks him, which of this person, what's his name? Shore attacks him. Everybody attacks him, but he attacks only the government. He never exchange. Soludo attacks him. You never see Peter Obi exchanging words with any individual. All he does is that I am a trader. He's not poor, but he's doing well. So, a man who disdains corruption to the extent of suggesting unaliving for people caught looting the economy's world, what type of man do you think that man is? Is he a man you should hate, or is he a man you should be hating? Truly, I see that the people who have perpetuated our political sufferings are those who have imbibed in themselves this deep, profound hatred on the basis of tribe and on the basis of religion. Take that away from your mind, you will see clearly that Peter Obi is the right man that should rule this country. Don't say that what has Peter Obi done in Anambra? Anambra State is not Lagos. Lagos was a state that was collectively developed by the rest of the states because it was once a capital, just like Abuja now, that all the monies gathered from all the country, a portion of it is used to develop Abuja. Then somebody comes to become governor, you said. Somebody comes and becomes a governor, you said he developed Lagos. From where now? How now? Remember First Act 77, all those bridges. In fact, I have come to the conclusion that the real problem we have in this country are not the politicians, but these tribal and religious bigots that have refused to see the problems of Nigeria from a clear, settled lens, rather from their myopic tribalism and religious bigotry. If we continue to do that, then let the season of bad leadership continues. You know, I have been biding my time before I make any comment regarding the crisis in Labour Party. The first time I met Julius Abure was in Asaba, one of these rallies where the then governor of, the aspiring governor of Delta State under the platform of the Labour Party was running a campaign. And I met Julius one-on-one. I'm sure Julius wouldn't remember this, but in that crowd, I sneaked in and met him and I introduced myself. I said, my name is Magnus, and he said he doesn't recognize me. And I said, with all the things I've been doing, you know, going into villages, traveling around the states, taking risks, going into places forbidden, campaigning for Peter B, you don't know me? He said, well, then he feigned as if he had a recollection, but that ended there. Now, let me tell you, Julius Abure, when I see you, you simply remind me of a typical black man that doesn't appreciate power. Let me also tell you that Labour Party became relevant only because Peter Obi went to Labour Party. And let me also tell you again that if Peter Obi leaves Labour Party, which I want him to do, that will also be the end of the popularity of Labour Party. For me, Julius Abure represents the typicality of how ungrateful a black man can sometimes be. Now, here is a man who made Labour Party became what it is. Because of Peter Obi, people became governors, people became Senate members, people became House of Reps members, and all you could do to appreciate is to forget him. It was on the back of Peter Obi a lot of people rode into relevance or into governance. I remember the one who came into, the one who got into House of Rep, who was saying that he didn't know Tinubu was this good. Man, it's only in Nigeria I've seen that people can be truly, truly ungrateful. Julius Abure, the least you could do, I don't know you, I don't think millions of Nigerians who voted for Labour Party didn't know you. They didn't know you. And I'm sure the next party Peter Obi will go through will also reawaken that party. You must be thinking that you are the one who is making Peter Obi. I hear you making a statement that you are going to expose Peter Obi. You are going to expose. Look, people have tried to expose Peter Obi, search Peter Obi, pull his clothes. They found nothing. So there's nothing about Peter Obi you are going to expose. So don't. That's a cheap blackmail. You don't have anything to expose Peter Obi for. As a matter of fact, when I see you, Arabambi, and that Babala, what's his name? It's my brain, old age. The old man now, the old man. When I see you do what you do in Labour Party, I'm like, these people have been unplugged. Because Tinubu is going to party by party, unplugging people. You have been unplugged, Abure. You have been unplugged. For you to be saying the things you are saying, knowing fully well that you owe Peter Obi a lot of appreciation. Clearly, what we that voted for Obi or that termed ourselves as obedient are a group of people who want the betterment of this country, not who want Labour Party. So if you think you have gathered membership because Labour Party has suddenly becomes a party, a daring party that Nigeria loves. I saw you making comment as if Peter Obi owes you a favor because you gave him the platform. Peter Obi himself is a platform. Peter Obi is a you guys that are antagonizing Peter Obi don't know that Peter Obi is a platform. Peter Obi is a party. Peter Obi is the every. You'll be shocked because every has been quiet. Tinubu has done what he has done. You thought the obedient movement has been conquered. Make I laugh in a Magnus Oraka way. You'll be shocked that when campaign resumed, you'll be surprised that the obedient movement is even stronger and bigger, and they are not identified by party. Abure, they are not identified by party. They are identified by a conviction, and it is that conviction that you guys can't kill. That conviction is alive. That conviction is that, look, we are a group of people that hates corruption, that hates bad leadership, that hates a crumbling Nigeria, that loves good people that have no stain. For you, you believe you are in Labour Party for politics of self